चलिए जी, अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीवन एंड वेलकम टू द क्लास ऑफ हेल्थ केयर मैनेजमेंट। लास्ट टाइम हमने यही चैप्टर स्टार्ट किया था, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज ऑफ फॉर पेशेंट केयर, और उसमें वी हैड टू कॉन्सेप्ट्स, यूटिलाइजेशन मैनेजमेंट एंड केस मैनेजमेंट. Both the aspects were related to how the cost of patient care could be reduced and maximum benefit and best possible health outcomes could be achieved for the patient care. Case management and utilization management, both of these management reviews are done by the insurance providers. They are not done by the individual hospital or the patient themselves. They are conducted by the insurance provider who is going to pay for the charges of the hospital. So that is their means of controlling costs and reducing waste, and so that maximum patient benefit could be achieved in the minimum amount of money. Utilization management is more concerned about the services that are being offered. Are they being utilized adequately? Are they necessary to achieve the best care for the patient? And case management uh, is usually done for हाई जिनमें बहुत ज्यादा पैसे लगने का, जैसे कि आईसीयू में ट्रीटमेंट है या कांस्टेंट डायलिसिस रिक्वायर्ड है, इस तरह की कंडीशंस में इंडिविजुअल केस टू केस बेसिस पे देयर इज एनालिसिस डन एंड द बेस्ट service with the least amount of money is selected to give to the patient, and both of this case management and utilization management is done by the insurance companies. In today's lecture, we are doing to determining the state. We're going to determine the quality care in healthcare organization, how it is measured, what is patient satisfaction, and how can we achieve patient satisfaction through guest relations, what are the rights and responsibilities of the patients, and what is the responsibility of manager in conducting uh, case management,
एक्सक्यूज मी
utilization.
मैम,
जी जी.
ये मिड्स के बाद पहला लेक्चर है हमारा, पहला टॉप
No,
मतलब पहली स्लाइड।
nope. These are the second.
वो पहले मैम
लेक्चर वन
रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर में हम आ चुके हैं।
Recorded है.
जी
जी recorded है, और secondly you have to go through the week 9 and week 10 lectures also. They are also part after the
ओके
mids.
ओके 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 ओके
Okay, the first concept that we are going to be doing today is the quality care in healthcare organization. What do we mean by quality care and how it is assessed in healthcare organization? The concept of quality has not transitioned easily to healthcare from other types of businesses. So quality was first, when it was defined, it was done in the business world, in the world of management, and it took many years to develop a definition for quality care. How quality can be, it is not, in the business world it's called quality, but in healthcare organization it's called quality care, how you provide best care to the patient. So the WHO definition of quality of care is the extent to which healthcare services provided to individuals and patient populations improve the desired health outcomes. So this is the method through which, and to the amount, to the extent to which healthcare services are provided, which leads to the desired health outcomes, which leads to the improved health of the populations and the individuals. In order to achieve this, healthcare must be safe, effective, timely, efficient, equitable, and people-centered. 6 components have been identified by WHO, that these 6 components must be present in the services that are being provided to be classified as quality care. So the first component, safe, says that delivering healthcare that minimizes risks and harm to service users, including avoiding preventable injuries and reducing medical errors. Yani, The safest technique is employed to provide the care. There are no injuries in the hospitals, and medical errors should be minimized. Effective, providing services based on scientific knowledge and evidence based guidelines. जो हमारे पास protocols available हैं, guidelines available हैं, scientifically हमें जो services हैं वो provide करनी है. They needs to be timely, reducing delays in providing and receiving health care. There should be as soon as the patient reaches the hospital. अगर हम इसको न्यूट्रिशन के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में करें तो हम उसको पहले जब हम उनको असेसमेंट और गाइडलाइंस दे रहे हैं वो टाइमली हो जिस वक्त उन्होंने डिमांड की है, या हमें जिस वक्त रेफरल रिसीव हुआ है उसको टाइमली ही असेसमेंट और गाइडलाइंस प्रोवाइड करें. They need to be effective regarding to the disease, regarding to our current knowledge of the disease. They need to be safe. It means that best practices should be adopted. Efficient, delivering healthcare in a manner that maximizes resource use and avoid waste. There is no waste is involved in delivering the quality care, the care. अब ये efficient किस तरह से हो सकता है? न्यूट्रिशन में तो इतना रिसोर्सेज जो हैं वो यूज नहीं हो रहे होते, लेकिन जब एंट्रल और पैरेंट्रल फीड्स बन रही हैं तो वो उतनी ही अमाउंट में बने जितनी अमाउंट में यूज होनी चाहिए और वेस्ट ना हो. ठीक है, अगर पैक्ड यूज कर रही हैं तो उतनी ही ऑर्डर की जाए जितनी की रिक्वायर्ड है ड्यूरिंग द हॉस्पिटल स्टे, सो दैट लेस आर वेस्टेड. The care should be equitable. There is a difference between equality and equity. That is the same. Equality means everybody gets the same amount of whatever thing that is available, and equity means जिसको जितना चाहिए, जिसको जितनी requirement है उतना दिया जाए. Delivering healthcare that does not differ in quality according to personal characteristics such as gender, race, ethnicity, geographical location or socioeconomic status. First of all, it should not differ. It should not be based on the gender, race, ethnicity, and these characteristics. And it should be based on the requirement of that person. That is important. It should be people-centered, providing care that takes into account the preferences and aspirations of individual service users and the culture of the community. Their likes and dislikes should be kept in mind when providing care. और ये न्यूट्रिशन में तो बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है, क्योंकि हम पीपल सेंटर्ड इंडिविजुअलाइज्ड सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करेंगे तो फिर ही हमें बेस्ट आउटकम्स और कंप्लायंस हमें अचीव होगी.
Yes, ma'am.
There can be some quality defects in healthcare. There can be some defects, and they should be avoided at all costs. There can be underuse, failure to employ many scientifically sound practices as often they should be. अगर आपके पास कोई assessment techniques मौजूद हैं, कोई machinery मौजूद है जिससे आप बेहतर assessments कर सकते हैं, and you are not using that. Overuse, failure to eliminate diagnostic tests and interventions when they are not indicated. Something that has not been indicated और उसको आप बिला वजह, अगर वही काम आपका एक लोअर कॉस्ट टेस्टिंग से हो सकता था, उसकी जगह पे आपने एडवांस टेस्ट उनको लिखकर दे दिए हैं, तो दैट वुड बी ओवर यूज ऑफ रिसोर्सेज. Then there can be misuse of resources, failure to appropriately execute the proper clinical care process. Machinery को आपने misuse किया है, infrastructure को misuse किया है. These all are wastage of resources, underuse, overuse, and misuse, and this should be avoided at all time. In other words, quality may be defined as this. Is another definition. What WHO की definition थी? The degree to which a healthcare organization increases the likelihood of desired health outcomes, consistent with current evidence about the scientific, interpersonal, and organizational components of healthcare. मकसद वही है, healthcare outcomes individuals के improve करने हैं with the help of that are consistent with our current knowledge. health outcomes of the individual need to be increased. So quality depends on the integration of all of its levels. The levels are firstly the patient, the care delivered by the healthcare provider team, the organization's management and coordination, and the external environment where regulations and policies are made. Regulations and policies regarding care, regulations and policies regarding the hospitals, policies regarding the patient's rights and responsibilities. ये 4 aspects हैं जिनको quality को हम best achieve कर सकते हैं by integrating them, by combining all these levels. Assessment of quality in healthcare is quite difficult क्योंकि हमारे पास we do not have so many tools to assess it and we do not have a number of outcomes that are measurable. कोई question है? Okay. Furthermore, due to strict regulations placed on health services research, data sources are not always complete. हमारे पास डेटा भी बहुत कम है क्योंकि मोस्टली हॉस्पिटल्स में इस किस्म की रिसर्च अलाउड नहीं होती है और हमारे पास इतने आउटकम मेजर टूल्स नहीं हैं जिससे हम क्वालिटी केयर को assess कर सकें. So it is quite difficult, but a number of framework and a number of methods have been developed. The Donna-Bedian model is a common framework for assessing healthcare quality and it identifies 3 domains, that is structure, process and outcomes. Structure का मतलब है infrastructure of the hospital, services that are available at the hospital and the qualifications of the doctor who is providing, qualification and experience of the doctor who is providing the care. The process is the way the services are being provided and outcomes are the patient related symptoms that have improved or health that has been improved. Structure means describing the provider's ability to provide high quality care. अब provider कौन है? Doctor भी है और hospital भी है, दोनों चीजें इसमें आ जाएंगी. Process measure describes the action taken to maintain or improve the community health. जो techniques, tools सब employ किए गए, वो सारा process में है. और outcome describes the impact of a healthcare intervention in terms of the patient's health. How we can measure the process. I have not discussed how we are going to measure the first component, that was structural measures, because structural measures are very easy to determine. कितने beds मौजूद हैं, कितने doctors मौजूद हैं, doctors की qualification क्या है और कौन-कौन सी services offered हैं hospital में, कितने ICU हैं, कितने वेंटिलेटर्स हैं, दीज आर ऑल मेजरेबल टर्म्स. तो इनको मेजर करना, स्ट्रक्चरल को मेजर करना मुश्किल नहीं है. ये बिल्कुल हम नंबर्स में इसको इजीली डिफाइन कर सकते हैं. आई विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट प्रोसेस एंड आउटकम मेजर्स बिकॉज दे आर डिफिकल्ट टू मेजर. फर्स्ट प्रोसेस मेजर दैट कैन बी इज मेजर्ड इज कॉस्ट एफिशिएंसी, यानी जितने पैसे खर्च हुए हैं आउटकम क्या वैसा ही रिसीव हुआ है या नहीं. Cost effectiveness determines whether the benefits of a service exceed the cost incurred to provide the service. Here they are talking about the benefit should exceed the cost incurred. But even if there is a balance between the benefit and the cost, even then it is cost efficient. A healthcare service is sometimes not cost efficient due to either overutilization or underutilization. ये हमने overuse और underuse और misuse की भी बात की है. Most of the time because of these 3 causes, healthcare service जो है cost efficient नहीं बनती है. Overutilization or overuse occurs when the value of healthcare is diluted with wasted resources. When there are misuse of resources है, बिला वजह टेस्ट लिख कर दे दिए गए हैं, तो there would be wastage of resources. Consequently, depriving someone else of the potential benefits from obtaining the service. यानी अगर जितने हमारे पास let's say 5,000 किट्स थी किसी चीज की असेसमेंट के लिए, आजकल कोरोना की बात हो रही, 5,000 किट्स थी और इंडिकेटेड नहीं था, साइंस एंड सिम्टम्स वो नहीं थे जो कि कोरोना के थे, फिर भी कोरोना का टेस्ट जो था वो फ्री लिख कर दे दिया गया और उस शख्स का टेस्ट हो गया जिसको साइंस एंड सिम्टम्स नहीं थे, और वो बंदा रह गया जिसके साइंस एंड सिम्टम्स थे, तो इस तरह से क्या होगा, the other person who should have the test was deprived of the benefit. Cost or risk of treatment outweighs the benefits in overused healthcare. In contrast, in underutilization or underuse occurs when the benefits of treatment outweighs the risk or cost, but it is not used. फायदा हो सकता है मगर इसको यूज ही नहीं किया गया. One, there are potential adverse health outcomes with underutilization. One example is lack of early cancer detection and treatment, which leads to decreased cancer survival rates. So if the early cancer detection and treatment method is not used, cancer survival rates are going to लेसन, यानी अगर हम जल्दी डिटेक्ट कर लेते हैं तो एक इंसान की लाइफ प्रोलॉन्ग की जा सकती है. बट अगर वो यूज ही नहीं हो रहा, इफ अ पर्सन is reaching and the detection early scan is not offered to that person, it is going to be an underuse or underutilization. Then critical pathways. Critical pathways क्या हैं? Are outcome based and patient centered case management tools that take on an interdisciplinary approach by facilitating coordination of care among multiple clinical departments and caregivers. केस मैनेजमेंट हमने किया था. क्या होता है कि इन डिफिकल्ट केसेस और हाई कॉस्ट केसेस, हॉस्पिटल में भी और द इंश्योरेंस कंपनी assigns a case manager, and that case manager decides, coordinates what service to be offered. In this critical pathway scenario, what is being done, that case management tools are applied and best coordination is employed if the care needs to be given by multiple departments. अगर 2-3 departments involved हैं, a person is in ICU and has had a heart failure and a kidney failure together, and now he is on the vent. So there would be a case manager would be involved, and critical pathways हमारे पास paths मौजूद होंगे through which everything would be coordinated. Coordinated होगी तो wastage कम होगा, patient को बार बार एक department से दूसरे department नहीं लेकर जाना पड़ेगा. Healthcare managers utilize critical pathways as a method to reduce variation in care, decrease resource utilization, and improve quality of care. This reduces costs and errors and improves quality by providing a systematic approach to assess healthcare outcomes. Clinical practice guidelines. This is the guidelines that are available to us for the best practice in treatment of a given health condition. By standardizing the practice of medicine improves quality of care by concurrently promoting lower cost and better outcomes. The presumption is providers following medical guidelines are giving the best care and give the most hope of a good outcome. अगर हम बेस्ट क्लिनिकल प्रैक्टिस गाइडलाइंस फॉलो कर रहे हैं जो कि हर डिजीज के अकॉर्डिंगली बनी होती हैं, आप ऑनलाइन भी सर्च करेंगे कि न्यूट्रिशनल गाइडलाइंस, प्रैक्टिस गाइडलाइंस फॉर दिस डिजीज, तो हर सिनेरियो के अकॉर्डिंगली यू विल फाइंड क्लिनिकल प्रैक्टिस गाइडलाइंस कि आपने क्या करना है. इससे क्या होगा, वेस्टेज ऑफ टाइम एंड वेस्टेज ऑफ रिसोर्सेज नहीं होगा और वी कैन अचीव बेस्ट पेशेंट आउटकम्स. So this is also a tool to reduce the cost and improve the process of quality in healthcare. Then the technical performance के थ्रू भी हम measure कर सकते हैं. हम इस तरह भी हमने measure कर लिया कि clinical practice guidelines follow हो रही हैं या नहीं हो रही. Then through technical performance is the extent to which a health profession conformed to the best practice established by medical guidelines. ये एक individual को measure करने का तरीका है the doctor को कि क्या वो medical practice guidelines use कर रहा है या नहीं कर रहा है. Technical performance is judged from a quality perspective without regard to the actual outcome. This does not looks through into the outcome of the improved patient health, but it is just focused on the technical performance that the doctor has followed the practice guidelines. A Cochrane review found that computer-generated reminders improves the doctor's adherence to guidelines and standard of care, but lacked evidence to determine whether or not this actually impacted patient-centered health outcomes. So, एक रिव्यू में उन्होंने they identified कि अगर computer-generated reminders होंगे कि आपने ये वाली guidelines follow करनी है, इस guidelines में ये steps involved हैं, तो adherence होगी, technical performance लोगों की improve हो जाएगी, but it has no relation to the improved patient outcome. But even then, this is a technique to measure process of quality care. Then another technique that is used to assess the process is technology and security perspective. If the maximum technological advances that are available are being used, then it is said that the process of the care is good. Technology also may affect patients' perception of healthcare quality. A 2015 survey of cancer patients shows that those who have a more positive attitudes towards the health information tools from their providers use the tools more and subsequently have a higher perceived care quality from their provider. इसका सिंपल में आपको मीनिंग ये है कि अगर जो हेल्थ केयर प्रोवाइडर है उसका एक पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड है टुवर्ड्स दी हेल्थ इंफॉर्मेशन टूल, कोई एप्स हैं, कोई डिवाइसेस हैं या कोई मशीनरी है जो वो यूज कर रहा है और एक पॉजिटिव वो एटीट्यूड शो कर रहा है और पेशेंट को इनकरेज कर रहा है, तो देयर वुड बी हायर चांसेस कि पेशेंट इज गोइंग टू यूज दैट टूल, उसकी जो कंप्लायंस है वो इम्प्रूव्ड होगी और उसका satisfaction level about the perceived perception uski about the care of the quality from the provider would be improved. Now to measure the outcome measure. The outcome measure is regarding the health and nutritional status of the person who is being treated. It's measured on two different levels, the individual level and at the population level. At the level of the individual patient or micro level, assessment focuses on services at the point of delivery and its subsequent effects. यानी services सही deliver हो गई जो उसको होनी चाहिए थी और उसका nutritional status या health status after the stay at the hospital या at the end of the counseling sessions, has the health status improved or not? And at the population level or the micro level, assessment of healthcare quality includes indicators such as life expectancy, infant mortality rates, incidence, and prevalence of certain health conditions. So, इन सारे indicators से हम outcome measures को assess कर सकते हैं. इसके अलावा patient perspective से भी हम quality को measure कर सकते हैं, quality care को. Patient satisfaction surveys are the main qualitative measure of patient perspective. Perspective means point of view. Patients may not have the clinical judgment of physicians and often judge quality on the basis of practitioners' concern and demeanor. आपका जो सर्विस प्रोवाइडर है, जो डॉक्टर है या न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट है, वो कितना कंसर्न है आपकी हेल्थ के लिए और वो उनका डिमेनर मींस बिहेवियर, हाउ दे behave, they show concern, they are concerned about your health, is going to guide their quality, their judgment about quality. As a result, patient satisfaction surveys have become a somewhat controversial measure of quality care. यानी डॉक्टर ने आपको ट्रीट इतना अच्छा से किया या नहीं किया, मगर उसका एटीट्यूड आपकी तरफ बहुत अच्छा था. और एक जनरल स्टेटमेंट भी है इसके मुताबिक कि कुछ डॉक्टर्स जो होते हैं वो अपने बातों से ठीक कर लेते हैं. So those who are very good at communication and are good at people management are उनके patients ज़्यादा satisfied होते हैं. Proponents argue that patient surveys can provide needed feedback to physicians to assist in improving their practice. So कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि proponents means जो people who are against it, that patient surveys जो है यूज करने चाहिए या नहीं करने चाहिए. तो कंट्रोवर्शियल भी है बट एक एसेंशियल कंपोनेंट भी है फीडबैक प्रोवाइड करने के लिए if the patients are satisfied or not about the quality of care that is being provided at the hospitals. In addition, patient satisfaction often correlates with patient involvement in decision making and can improve patient-centered care. So if patient is being involved in the decision making, जैसे हमने motivational interviewing में भी किया था, that if you enable the people and improve their involvement in the goal making, तो क्या होगा, उनका जो है satisfaction improve होगी, compliance improve होगी. Patients' evaluation of care can identify opportunities for improvement in care, reducing cost, monitoring performance of health plans, and provide a comparison across healthcare institutions. So the feedback that has been received from the patient satisfaction forms that can be used to improve a lot of domains of the services that are being provided at the hospital. The next topic that we'll be covering is patient satisfaction. इसका हमने थोड़ा सा perspective पहले देख लिया है कि patient perspective is related to patient satisfaction. The two key aspects of patient satisfaction may be represented on a continuum and anchored with content quality and service delivery quality. तो एक continuum है, एक line है, जिस तरह से पहले हमने continuum इसमें किस चीज के किए थे, organic और mechanistic ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कंटिन्यूम हमने किया था कि एक्सट्रीम एंड्स भी हो सकते हैं और इन बिटवीन स्टेटस भी हो सकता है. तो इसका जो कंटिन्यूम है उसके एक एंड पे क्वालिटी है ऑफ द कंटेंट एंड एट द अदर इज सर्विस डिलीवरी क्वालिटी. ऑल पेशेंट केयर इंक्लूड्स components of service, but depending on their circumstances, patient may perceive that they receive technical excellence and clinical expertise if these components of care are more important to them. ठीक है? Content quality depends on the technical excellence or clinical expertise is content, and service delivery is related to the attitude of the doctor and the attitudes and the behavior of the managers over there. So that is more qualitative. सर्विस प्रोवाइड किस तरह की जा रही है, दैट इज सर्विस डिलीवरी, और सर्विस बेस्ट सर्विस प्रोवाइड की जा रही है, दैट इज रिलेटेड टू कंटेंट. Other patient may perceive their care as humane and culturally appropriate if that is what they value. तो ये humane treatment, culturally appropriate treatment is related to service delivery, and technical excellence and clinical expertise of the doctor, उसकी degrees, उसकी years of experience is related to content quality. So this is the diagram of the continuum. Some patients might prefer the clinical expertise and the technical quality, that is the content quality, and the other might consider the excellent सर्विस डिलीवरी अप्रोप्रिएशन को वो ज्यादा कर सकते हैं. और ये मुख्तलिफ टाइप ऑफ पेशेंट्स होंगे जिनके लिए ये चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट होगी. एक पेशेंट जिसको एक रेयर फॉर्म ऑफ लाइफ थ्रेटनिंग कैंसर है, तो उसके लिए डॉक्टर की एक्सपर्टीज और जो हॉस्पिटल की सर्विसेज की क्वालिटी ऑफ केयर है वो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होगी. लेकिन एक पेशेंट जो कि कंट्रोल्ड डायबिटीज है या एक हार्ट पेशेंट है जो कि मेडिकेशन पे है, उसके लिए द सर्विस डिलीवरी किस तरह से हो रही है और बिहेवियर जो है डॉक्टर का वो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होगा. Quality content depends on performance evaluations, staff developments as new approaches and technology advance, and evidence-based care and compliance with evolving guidelines and standards. Patient satisfaction with the service delivery component depends on managers having processes that meet patient expectations for convenience and timeliness. और ये सब की components की explanation है. Quality content किससे जो है किस चीज पे depend कर रहा है, और जो service delivery content है वो किन चीजों पे depend कर रहा है. The development of strong interpersonal relationships with their direct caregivers and other non clinical support staff are equally important in service delivery. इसमें कोई issue है तो पूछ लें अभी.
No, ma'am.
ठीक है, ये कंटिन्यूम समझ आ गया है. क्वालिटी कंटेंट क्या है और सर्विस डिलीवरी क्या है?
Yes.
क्वालिटी कंटेंट
पहले भी पढ़ा.
Yes, ma'am.
ये पहले का पढ़ा.
मैम ये कोई MCQs आया था शायद पेपर.
हाँ ये MCQ आया था एक. ऑप्शन थी एक.
ऑप्शन तो ऐसे कंफ्यूज करने के लिए दी हुई थी. डायरेक्ट एमसीक्यू तो इससे रिलेटेड नहीं होगा. अच्छा जी. Now moving toward guest relations and patient satisfaction. How we can improve the patient satisfaction through use of guest relations, through use of courteous behavior towards our clients. Many words clients मैंने पहले जल्दी यूज कर लिया. Word patient ही है, but बहुत सारी चीजें जो हेल्थ केयर इंडस्ट्री की अब आर वेरी सिमिलर टू द हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री, टू द सर्विस इंडस्ट्री. जिस तरह से एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट्स को भी सर्विस इंडस्ट्री बना दिया गया है, एंड द मेडिकल इंडस्ट्री हैज आल्सो बीन, the hospitals have also been converted now to the hospitality industry, that the patient that comes to you is your client. Many managers value patient satisfaction as highly as they value clinical outcome indicators such as functional status. So, improvement of the health status ke besides, having a satisfied patient is also important, because many healthcare organizations reach common benchmarks of clinical outcomes. Patient satisfaction is among those factors that may set one organization apart from the others. So, बिकॉज बेस्ट जो क्लिनिकल आउटकम्स हैं, डॉक्टर्स की क्वालिफिकेशंस, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर्स, मशीनरी और लोकेशन, इस बेसिस के ऊपर बहुत सारी हेल्थ केयर ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस जो हैं एक दूसरे से सिमिलर होती हैं. सो पेशेंट सेटिस्फैक्शन एंड हाउ यू ट्रीट योर पेशेंट्स, दिस कैन मेक यू सेट यू अपार्ट फ्रॉम द other organization and can make you lead the competition. Managers who take a hospitality approach may improve patient satisfaction through attention to. How can they have a hospitality approach is give attention to personal preferences. Ask them what is important to them. Ask them what their likes and dislikes are. And this is very important in nutrition. Like the hospitality industry, patient satisfaction is dependent on staff committed to excellent service throughout all aspects of a healthcare experience. सिर्फ एक पर्सन नहीं, जो उसका इंटरेक्शन वहां पे जितने भी लोगों से इन्वॉल्व होता है वो एक्सेलेंट होगा तो सेटिस्फैक्शन अचीव होगी. जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल कल मैंने PTCL पे एक इंटरनेट कनेक्शन डिवाइस ऑर्डर की और उसका कॉल पे, कंफर्मेशन कॉल पे इतना रूड एटीट्यूड था कि मुझे पता चल गया कि मैं PTCL के किसी बंदे से बात कर रही हूँ. आप किसी और को ऑनलाइन ऑर्डर करके दें और देयर बिहेवियर इज सो कर्टियस कि कोई हद नहीं. अगर आप एक गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को फोन करके देखें, वो आपको फोन पे बता देगी कि आपने गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में फोन किया है. सो कर्टियस बिहेवियर टेक्स यू अ लॉन्ग वे. मेरे में अभी माय ऑर्डर डिवाइस हैज नॉट रीच्ड, ऑर्डर हैज नॉट रीच्ड, लेकिन मेरे दिमाग में एक उनके बिहेवियर की वजह से एक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू बन गया है अगेन अबाउट द गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस कि वो क्लाइंट सेटिस्फैक्शन को और क्लाइंट के क्वेरीज को अच्छे तरीके से हैंडल नहीं करते हैं. So to achieve good guest relations, what could be done? Hiring competent people who also seek to serve is a good starting point. So simple courtesy matters. People who have good manners, who speak courteously, who ask before speaking, ये चीजें जो है इंटरव्यूज में भी असेस हो सकती हैं. और ये क्वेश्चन हमेशा इंटरव्यूज में किया जाता है, what is that is very important to you in life. लाइफ में कोई ऐसा आपने काम किया हो जिससे आपको खुशी महसूस हुई हो. कुछ इन क्वेश्चंस से what you can do is, from the lot of pool that you have, you can hire such people who are courteous. Employees who smile and introduce themselves, make eye contact, say please and thank you, and address patients by their names, knock before entering, explain what they are doing, and maintain a clean, neat environment contribute to a positive healthcare experience. Preparation for patient service goals is as important as development of clinical skills in many organizations. और अब प्राइवेट सेक्टर में स्पेशली अगर आप जाएं, लेट्स से अभी मैं भी आपके साथ शेयर करूंगी अपना पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस of going to a private sector hospital where although CMH is does not have a good name for in the private sector, but at least they were using all the protocols and being very courteous. Basics information लेने के बाद what problem did I have? After that, they explained all the techniques that they would be doing. उसके बाद उन्होंने मुझसे कंसेंट लिया, उसके बाद फिर उन्होंने पहले पूछा कि इस टेक्निक्स में ये आपके लिए बेस्ट है, आप कौन सी टेक्निक एम्प्लॉय करवाना चाहेंगे. उसके बाद उन्होंने मुझसे कंसेंट लिया, आप इस चीज पे एग्री करते हैं, डू यू वांट मी टू स्टार्ट दिस, आपको ये साइड इफेक्ट्स हो सकते हैं, आपने घर जाके ये चीजें करनी. एक complete picture was provided to me, and that is why I was satisfied. और जिस तरह से क्लिनिकल स्किल्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हैं, उसी तरह से पेशेंट डीलिंग स्किल्स भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हैं in healthcare industry. Assuming that people have come to their work with these service skills may be risky, so formal efforts to address them are necessary. So after you have hired the people, the staff needs to be trained in guest relations, how to deal with people, how to be courteous, and how to be concerned about the patient. Managers may need to direct their efforts at encouraging employees to care about patients while taking care of them. So सिर्फ focus should not be on the treatment. Focus should be having a good rapport with the patient and showing empathy and showing a caring attitude toward the patient is important. Making people feel that they matter is an important point in establishing good customer relations. ठीक है, ये चीजें लोगों को फील करवानी है, और ये चीजें लोगों को फील करवानी इतनी मुश्किल नहीं है. By making eye contact, by listening to people, you can make feel the people that they are important and they matter. Patients should not feel that making their needs known and having them met constitute an intrusion in the work of their healthcare providers. उनको ऐसे नहीं लगना चाहिए कि अगर वो अपनी कुछ needs and demands बता रहे हैं तो healthcare organization के काम में मदाखलत हो रही है. They should not feel like that. And employees must move past an attitude of it's not my job when a patient's immediate needs are not part of their usual duties. This attitude is really very much seen in the government hospitals, where nobody is going to tell you which department to go and what is the way out or what is the way in, because they have an attitude of it's not my job. And when this the organization or the people working in it have this kind of attitude, the patient or the client will not be satisfied, and जो quality care है वो नहीं deliver हो सकेगी. Managers are also responsible for creating a welcoming environment that gives the perception of quality, cleanliness, security, and caring. So this is a culture that is made in an organization, and that is the responsibility of the manager, जो इस किस्म का कल्चर क्रिएट करता है क्वालिटी का और केयरिंग एटीट्यूड का. बिकॉज मैनेजर्स जो हैं बहुत सारे लोगों को दे आर सुपरवाइजिंग देम. Attention should be given to the sights, sounds, and smells and temperatures can promote a sense of healing and comfort. Overloading the environment. This is regarding the what environment is being offered at the hospital, so that the patient feels welcomed and secure and satisfied. Overloading the environment with too much information may be threatening and confusing rather than helpful. यानी लॉबी में एकदम जाते साथ ही बहुत सारे इंफॉर्मेशन के पोस्टर्स और डॉक्टर्स के बहुत सारे इश्तिहारात नहीं लगे होने चाहिए. Over decorating may make it difficult for people to find their way when knowing where to go and how to get there should be easy. The atmosphere should not be highly decorated, but the pathways, the places के जो signboards हैं वो बहुत clear writing में हर जगह available होने चाहिए. Managers need to scan the environment from the patient's viewpoint rather than their own. Patient जब एक hospital में enter होता है और तो उसको क्या चीज कहाँ है, किधर मिलेगी, कौन सा डॉक्टर किस फ्लोर पे है, उसके लिए गाइडेंस अवेलेबल होनी चाहिए. This all is going to ensure patient satisfaction. And patient satisfaction means that quality of care was improved if the patient perspective is satisfied. Now, there are few rights and responsibilities of patients when they reach the healthcare organizations while they are at healthcare organization. It's the right of the patient to be treated with respect. It is their right to make a treatment choice. They should be given the treatment options available. They should be informed about the monetary aspect of the treatment, the benefits they can have, the drawbacks each treatment has, and they should be told what is the ideal treatment for them, but they should be told about if there are any options available. They have the right to refuse a particular treatment. They have to right to obtain medical records of their treatment. They have the right to privacy of their medical records. Their records should not be shared with anyone else. They have the right to have an informed consent. They need to be told what treatments are being offered, and they need to be asked, do they agree or do they not agree with the health care that is being provided to them. They have a right to make decisions about end of life care, how they want to be treated, how much they want to be, if they are able to give a consent, क्या end of life care कितनी देर वो बेंट पे रहना चाहते हैं, बेंट पे नहीं रहना चाहते, डायलिसिस पे वो कितने अरसा रहना चाहते हैं या नहीं रहना चाहते. That is their right. डॉक्टर का काम उनको ऑप्शंस के बारे में बताना है, सही और गलत के बारे में बताना है, but okay. Next is their responsibilities. The patient needs to be respectful to the provider. They should be honest about their signs and symptoms, how they feel to the provider. They need to be responsible to comply with the treatment plans, whatever diet order or whatever things that have been inhibited, जो उसको मना की गई हैं, वो plan को follow करना उसका काम है. Meet the financial obligations, be able to pay all the bills, report fraud and waste if he sees any at the hospital. There are some responsibilities for patients and their families. Patients and their families may be encouraged to assume increased responsibility for their care by training patients in the skills and knowledge they need, providing opportunities to practice skills, encouraging patients to monitor the employees, having patients teach other patients. जब आप patients को train करेंगे तो वो अपनी health के लिए ज़्यादा बेहतर responsible हो सकेंगे while they are at the hospital. Handling patients who do not seem to be vested in their own health care is another management challenge. बहुत दफा आप देखेंगे hospitals have very rude and dangerous patients who do not respect the employees, who do not respect the doctors and who do not comply with the rules. They may need, the managers may need to take direct action to reassign difficult patients to staff with the most patient or to counsel patients about their inappropriate behavior. या वो ऐसे बंदे को इन patients को refer करें जो कि बहुत patient है, or they could counsel that patient themselves. The manager can counsel that patient themselves that their behavior is inappropriate for this setting. So in all the things that have been involved in patient care, what is the manager's responsibility regarding it? Generally, patients expect respect and best efforts of the people who care for them. Although many may be disappointed with the outcomes of their care because of their condition simply do not allows cure. कई जो पेशेंट्स हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा डिप्रेस्ड भी हो जाएंगे और डिससेटिस्फाइड भी होंगे क्योंकि उनकी कंडीशन इम्प्रूव नहीं हो रही है. The ability to establish strong relationship with professionals during the rehabilitation process may be a key factor. To achieve satisfied patient, the manager needs to develop strong collaboration with the entire rehabilitation team that is engaged in the treatment of the patient. Managers who are able to make these distinctions in patient expectations may discover that resolving conflict is all that is necessary because of the clinical skills and compassion of professionals they supervise. So the role of the manager is more of resolving conflicts between the patients and professionals if there is any. It is not surprising that combining utilization management and quality of care to achieve expected patient outcome and satisfaction is a critical area of manager's responsibility for patient care within the context of patients' rights and responsibilities. So summarizing it over here is that the efforts of all these aspects of the patient care, they needs to be combined so that efforts किस चीज पे utilization management के resources waste नहीं हो रही हैं और cost reduce हो रही हैं, best quality of the care is being provided and patient satisfaction is being assured and patients' rights and responsibilities are given due respect. तो इन सब को इन सब का amalgam जब होगा, जब combination होगा, then we are going to have best patient outcomes, health outcomes, and the best satisfaction of the patient would be achieved. Now a little summary of what we have done today. So according to the definition of healthcare quality, the services that are being provided should be safe, effective, timely, efficient, equitable, and people-centered. The assessment of quality care could be done regarding the structure, process, and the outcomes. Structure is related to the hospitals and the doctors, and process can be measured through cost effectiveness, critical pathways, clinical practice guidelines, technical performance, and through use of technology. Outcome is measured through patient satisfaction, that is usually done through surveys, and there are some rights and responsibilities of the patients that need to be followed so that the patient outcomes could be improved. अब इसमें मुझे बताइए कि कोई प्रॉब्लम या कोई चीज जो समझ नहीं आई तो हम उसको दोबारा डिस्कस कर लें. कोई प्रॉब्लम?
No, ma'am.
कोई चीज जो नहीं है उसको दोबारा डिस्कस कर लेते हैं हम. कोई स्लाइड अगर आपको समझ नहीं आई, कोई एक कॉन्सेप्ट जो समझ नहीं आया.
मैम आप ये स्लाइड सेट कर देंगी?
जी
आप ये 5 स्लाइड सेट कर देंगी?
नहीं अभी नहीं की, मैं अभी 10-15 मिनट में करती हूँ.
ओके मैम फिर ठीक है, फिर मसला नहीं.
चलें जी, फिर then we'll close it over here. ठीक है जी. Okay, they see you in the next class. Allah Hafiz. I'll tell you कि we'll be doing a recorded session or an interactive session. ठीक है जी.
ओके मैम.
Okay, ma'am.
Allah Hafiz.